All right, guys, welcome back to Scareticulous. In a recent bit of news that's kind of funny, is PETA is calling for Nintendo to remove the nose ring from the cow character in Mario Kart World. Um, they're basically citing that the ring has been used in meat and dairy industries to exploit, control, and even drag animals to their deaths, leave the rings to Sonic and let the cow breathe free. I don't really know what to say about this right now. I just think it's pretty comedic that um, PETA cares so much about a cartoon cow's nose ring. I mean, there's so many other things they could be focusing on and using their time for, but I think they're just trying to get attention. They're trying to make headlines, which I guess congratulations, PETA. You're making headlines now for being a very silly organization that, focuses on things that are very trivial. There's an article that I'll read from that basically is from the actual PETA website. Animals are not ours. Okay, that's their tagline on there. So it's a mean, get it? Because like Mario, like it's a me, get it? So they're trying to be funny with this, even though it's supposedly a serious issue. PETA asks Nintendo to remove cow's nose ring. And this was on the 14th of 2025, Seattle. Since her recent addition to the Mario Kart roster, Cow has taken the world by storm. But did Nintendo spin out on its own banana peel by including a brass ring in her nose? No, I think the cow has always had a brass ring in her nose. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think that's a recent addition. But I like how they're keeping in tune with the Mario Kart jokes here, right? PETA thinks so. In a letter sent today to Nintendo, PETA asks the company to give its breakout bovine star a boost by redesigning her without the nose ring, a painful reminder of the cruelty cows endure in the meat and dairy industries. I mean, do you have anything better to do? This just proves to me they have nothing better to do than to insert their unnecessary opinions or requests in which someone is, an animal is not actually being harmed, right? We're talking about a cartoon cow here. We're not talking about animals actually being harmed for any purpose. In the letter, PETA points out that the nose rings are used to forcibly control cows and bulls, even dragging the terrified animals to their deaths by inflicting pain on one of the most sensitive parts of their bodies. In the dairy industry, some farmers try to break the maternal bond by running spiked rings through calves' nostrils, causing their mothers intense pain whenever the calves try to nurse or seek comfort. I mean, to me, this is like, yeah, it's like kind of spreading awareness of this issue, and maybe that's all this is for. Like, maybe they don't actually think Nintendo's going to do about anything about it, but they're using this as like an excuse to kind of promote their, you know, you know, uh, the ideas where they're pointing out the exploitation of animals and the abuse that they suffer. But I don't know. It just kind of like adds some levity to this whole issue when it should be something considered to be serious. And when you're messaging game companies to remove fictional nose rings from fictional characters, it's just silly at that point. This marvelous Moo Moo's goofy grin has charmed gamers around the world, but her real life counterparts who are tormented and violently yanked around by their noses have nothing to smile about, says PETA Senior Vice President Joel Bartlett. PETA is calling on Nintendo to send a blue shell at this sad nose ring design and let cow drift toward greener pastures. I love it. It's constant like Mario Kart puns in this, totally a serious thing. I'm sure this is what Nintendo's gonna be like. They're not gonna do anything about it. PETA 2, part of PETA's youth division, is also rallying its supporters to call on Nintendo for a cow friendly glow up. PETA, whose motto reads in part that animals are not ours to eat or abuse in any other way, points out that every animal is someone and offers free empathy kits for people who need a lesson in kindness. Empathy kits? If you need an empathy kit, I don't even know what that is. I don't even care. But if you need a kit to like give you empathy, probably not gonna Probably not going to work out very well. Empathy is something you either have or you don't have. PETA's free vegan starter kit is filled with tips to help anyone looking to make the switch. Vegan starter kit? Oh my god. This is just stupid. Vegan starter kit. For more information, please visit PETA.org, blah, blah, blah. Let's see here. Okay. This is PETA's letter to Nintendo. All right. All right. So that wasn't the actual letter. That was just quoting from the letter. Let's see here. They actually emailed or sent a letter to Mr. Furukawa. Um, I guess isn't he like the president of Nintendo now? I'm not sure. Greetings. I'm writing on behalf of People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, PETA. Entities have more than 10 million members and supporters globally. We heard, get it, heard. There's a new star in Mario Kart World, Cow. She is already winning hearts everywhere, including ours. But one detail has us hitting the brakes, the brass ring in Cow's nose. Would you please show empathy? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I think we basically read through all this. You know, I don't remember hearing anything from PETA on the abuse of turtles because Mario's been abusing turtles in his games for years now, stomping on their shells out of just seemingly fun. He just likes to jump on turtles. He likes to jump on Goombas, which are not real animals, but I mean, they could be perceived as an animal. You also have the wigglers, which are basically like centipedes, right? You jump on them, the flowers fall off their heads, they get angry, they stomp around the stage. Um, that's been a huge issue, in Mario games. What about the original Donkey Kong? I mean, Mario is going up this primate's habitat, and basically uh making it so that he's, I think he hits him with a hammer or something like that. Something bad happens to the primate. And it's just a horrible history and legacy of abuse towards animals in the Mario franchise. Countless other animals, but they care more about the cow and the nose ring, right? What's funny is I think some people pointed out how the the average PETA member has like nose rings, which is interesting. It's like, okay, yeah, so they care so much that the cow has a nose ring. Meanwhile, they have nose ring. I don't know. It's just a very silly thing. Like it doesn't look like something that's terribly serious, and it's like you're adding levity to this issue that you claim to take so seriously. Let's see. When you know that PETA is a controlled opposition group meant to make animal rights groups look bad, but you can't prove it. I love the Dokes memes. Has anyone seen Dexter Resurrection? Ah, I might have to do like some kind of review on that because that's been a really great show so far. PETA be looking like this right now. uh, what is this? Okay, I don't know. I don't know what this is. Looks like a koala or something. How it feels to know that PETA is a big trolling company, but I can't prove it. Oh my god. PETA realized they haven't targeted games in a while, so they found the stupidest shit possible to complain about. This is pretty fucking stupid. I mean, get a different, at least focus on a game that is actually being harmful to the digital animals, like maybe like a GTA. What about GTA? Don't they have tons of stuff where you're like being cruel to animals in those games or any other games where you're like killing animals, stabbing them with spears and shooting them and doing all kinds of stuff like that? They could focus on anything else. Instead, they focused on the cutest game possible with the most innocuous trait of having a nose ring. She's clearly not suffering. She's smiling. Maybe she just went to the piercing shop and got a nice piercing for herself. Maybe she's a lesbian. Maybe she's LGBTQ. We don't know. We have no clue what Cow is into, you know? So I don't know. I think this is a pretty dumb story, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Later.